Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's video, we're going to be looking at how we can turn our gel prints into cards. Now, many of you may have a gel press or a jelly plate, and maybe you enjoy taking prints, but then you don't know what to do with them when you've finished. So that's what today's video is all about, how we can turn those prints that we've made into cards, and also just some of the techniques that I use that kind of helps me create cards with whatever gel print that I've got. So I was using my 6x6 gel press, and I was using it with a variety of paints, some from Dylusions, Indigo Blue, Dough Crafts and Dale Rowney, and also Deco Arts. And the video is all about what we do with the prints, so I won't be showing you my gel printing session. But I was using a variety of products from Rubber Dance, and I particularly focused on this Sketchy Leaves 5 stencil. So once I decided on what products I was going to play with, I then did some printing. And these are some of the results from my printing session. So some will be great for collage fodder and journaling, but some of these are pretty enough to be used on a card front, and that's really what I wanted to demonstrate today. But really, you could use any of these prints with your card making. And I think it's important to look at the prints as a whole and then also look at them in sections. So think about whether you could cut elements out from them. Could you do some die cutting from them? Could you create some collage fodder from them and then use those as focal points? So I'm really going to focus on just 3 of the prints and how I've turned them into cards. And what I like to do first of all is trim all my prints down, so I get rid of all the extra white space so I can just see the print. And then I'm going to create a matte layer and a white background. So I've already trimmed these down off camera to 5 inches squared and 4 3/4 inches squared. And then I'm going to trim my gel print down to 4.5 inches squared. So I under trimmed it there. I needed to take a little bit more off. And then that creates a real bold border. It's going to draw your eye in, and I'm going to be making cards that are 6x6. So I'm going to have quite a bold white border around the edge of these. And I think that's really important when you're using your gel prints. You want to draw the eye in. Often gel prints can be quite busy, so trimming them down and just having them as a big focal point really kind of helps. So I'd stamped and fussy cut that leaf from Collage Leaves 2, which I really thought I'd use as a focal point on this card. But I actually like the gel print the way it is, so I decided not to add that, and I've kept it nice and flat on my card as well. So I'll pop that aside and use that on another project, and instead I'm going to bring in this A to Z stamp set. And I'm going to stamp a sentiment directly onto my gel print. Now, you definitely could have done this before gluing all of these layers together. In hindsight, that's what I would have done. But sometimes as we're creating and you're not always sure where the card's heading, you end up with these ideas that you've already done other steps that you would have done afterwards had you known that's where you were going to go with the idea. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And obviously, because I'm stamping with clear embossing ink, I can't really see where I need to add the next letter, so I'm adding the powder each time to each letter individually, just so that I can see where I'm lining up my letters. So that's just a little trick and tip that you can use, especially when you're stamping sentiments with an alphabet stamp set. So once I've heat set that card is finished, and I really love how this one turned out. So for the second gel print, we're going to use exactly the same recipe. So again, I'm going to trim my print down, and this time I'm trimming it down to 4.5 inches squared. And then I've got a matte layer of teal cardstock that I've cut to 4 3/4 squared. And I'm going to use that collage leaf that we stamped earlier as the focal image on this card. So again, I'm working on a 6x6 card blank, and I'm going to keep it nice and flat again. And I'd already got that sentiment, make your mark, cut out on my desk. So I've got a little box that I keep loads of bits of collage fodder in, and that was in there. So I'm going to use that for this card just to finish it off with this sentiment. It's already white heat embossed on some black cardstock. And so because my layers are nice and flat, I'm then going to add this collage leaf up on some foam tape, and the same with the sentiment. So that will just finish the card off nicely. I did decide that I'm going to just trim the sentiment down a little bit just so that there's less of a border. So I'm just using my mini Tim Holtz trimmer to do that. And then I'm going to add some foam tape to the back of that, making sure I've left a gap because obviously we've got the stem of the collage leaf. So I am going to trim that down a little bit as well. and then I can just pop that sentiment down on some foam tape, and that finishes off the second card. And what I love about this kind of recipe for card making is that whatever gel print that you've got, you can do exactly the same thing. Trim it down, add a matte layer, stick it on a card blank, add a sentiment and a focal image, and your card is finished. Now you could definitely step this up by adding some stamping, and that's what I'm going to do for the third card. So I've got this Mix It Up 6 stamp set from Rubber Dance, and I'm just deciding which stamp I want to use. I decide I'm going to use that postcard stamp. So that's like the back of the postcard. It's got some lovely scripty text and some postal marks on it. And I think that will add some really nice texture to this gel print. And remember, when you're looking at your stamps, you don't have to use the whole image. And so I decide that I'm just going to use the far left of the stamp on the bottom right hand side, and then I'm going to use the right hand side of the stamp on the top left side. And so I'm just stamping with some Wow embossing ink, and then I'm going to add some Wow white Superfine embossing powder. The Superfine embossing powder just captures all of that fine detail of your stamps. So it's a great powder to have in your stash, particularly if you like stamping detailed stamps, and also for your sentiments. So once I've heat set that, I'm going to go ahead and stick it on that matte black layer. But I also want to decide on a focal image, and I'm going to use the Butterflies and Moths stamp set, again from Rubber Dance, and I really like that big bold butterfly. So I'm going to stamp it out in some black ink. I'm using the VersaFine Clair Nocturne black ink, and my ink pad needs re-inking, so I'm having to make sure that I give it a really good coverage, because obviously it's quite a bold stamp. I don't want to lose any of that detail. And then I'm just going to fussy cut the image out, and I'm just using my Tim Holtz Recoil scissors. I have to say I'm really enjoying these for fussy cutting. I used to use my Cutter Bee scissors all the time, but I'm really enjoying using these Recoil scissors. So yeah, whatever you prefer and whatever you've got in your stash. For a sentiment, I'm just going to add some white heat emboss into some black cardstock and stamp the sentiment fly from the Moths and Butterflies stamp set. I'm just going to quickly heat set that from underneath and then trim it down again with my mini Tim Holtz trimmer. This is great for just trimming out small sentiments and things. So once that's trimmed down, I'm going to glue all of my layers together. Again, I'm going to keep them nice and flat, and I'm just using some Barley Arts liquid glue to do that, because I'm going to add a little bit of dimension again to my sentiment and my focal image. So one thing that's good about the Barley Arts glue is it doesn't grab straight away, so you've got a little bit of time to peel back up and stick it down again if you're quick. So that's what I did there. I'm just going to stick that nice and centered on the 6x6 card blank. I'm just going to add a little bit of dimension to the butterfly wings using my fingers, add some liquid glue just to the center so that we keep that dimension on the butterfly, and then pop this sentiment on a little bit of foam tape. And then that is the third card finished for today. So we'll just go over the 3 cards that we've made today briefly. I'll just show you those again. I'll also add some photos at the end. As always, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button if you've enjoyed this video, and don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know which card's your favourite. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it if you're not already and you'd like to see more content from me. As always, all the products that I've used will be linked in the description box below, and I really hope that this has given you some inspiration of ways to use your gel prints. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.